It's not Dungeons
So
and
we're
Dragons.
discussing
it's
Harry Potter
Dungeons
houses,
and
everybody?
Dragons
It's
inspired.
not Dungeons and Dragons, it's legally distinct. Hi everyone, welcome to Adventurers Wanted. This is our 177th
Yeah.
hour of 250.
Whoop, whoop.
So, three quarters-ish?
I can't do maths.
Something like that.
Ironically enough.
Anyway, just a reminder that this show, like all of our performances, is a relaxed one. That means that there won't be any sudden loud noises. If you need to leave and come back during the hour, you're more than welcome to. There's a relaxed attitude to sound and movement from the audience for the benefit of people who would struggle to be still and silent for an hour. And also we'll just have the general lights up on in the room throughout. We are having some glitches with hotel lights. These ones will always stay on, so there'll never be a blackout. And if the hotel ones go off, then I'll get them back on within 10 seconds. No one looks like they need a hearing loop headset. If that was the kind of thing you needed, I'm Chloe, I'm just over there giving you a wave. But if not, I will leave you in the capable hands of our games master for the hour, Chris.
Who's decided at this point to eat some gummy bears? Very smart. Hello, welcome to Adventurers Wanted. So what are we doing? Guys, we're playing a tabletop role-playing game. If you don't know what that is, these four lovely people to my left and right are players who are portraying characters in a story. And I portray the rest of the story. I portray the monsters that they fight, the people that they meet, the universe around them, the drinks they imbibe, everything is me. And then we roll dice to see how well they achieve what they're doing or how spectacularly they fail. Thank you, Oz, for the cool dice hand. Cool dice hand, everybody. Check it out. There you go. What's happening to date? We're 177 hours in, so I'm not going to try and give you the entire backstory. We'd be here for the whole hour. However, let me catch you up as much as I possibly can. So, these four players are all members of the crew of the Spirit of the Horizon, which is a naval research vessel. It was on a mission to investigate a temple where they found a stone tablet. In doing so, and taking the tablet away, they awoke an old god. Cthulhu fans, yes. At which point they decided to run away and cast the spell on the tablet, which teleported them to a mystical, magical new world, which they now find themselves in, dominated by ships and the sea and ocean battles and all the rest of it. At this point in time, in a nice turnaround actually, they are currently dealing with what looks like the child of the elder god they dealt with earlier in this new world. Very strange. Why should that be happening? We are literally mid-combat, so we're going to dive straight back in there. Before we do, can I go around the table, have everyone introduce themselves and their characters and tell us a bit about themselves, what they do?
Hi, my name is Oz, and I'm going to be playing Darkness Evil Vile, the HR representative aboard the Spirit of the Horizon.
Hello, I'm Jamie. I play Libilitus Scalyflank, the clumsy sailor of the crew.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Naomi, I'm playing Brina Froddle. Brina's been here since day one, so she is having a hard time with this fight because it reminds her of day one. So, we'll see how it goes. It'll be fine.
I'm Emily. I'll be playing Peanut, who was a chef on the ship, but that didn't go very well because she kept getting dragged into fighting things. She's a lovely rogue.
Peanut's adorable. This is going to hurt.
Oh yeah, Brina's a gnome wizard who researches magic. That was an important thing.
Yeah, and he's a dragonborn. Yeah, he breathes fire. Except you can't because you've already done it today by blowing up the rest of your people. Smart. Yeah, really appreciate that. Chloe, can we go back into the battle music? Maybe some different battle music. Let's spin it up a bit. Let's have some different music. Right, so they are currently in a waterlogged chamber facing down an elder god horrifying aberration thing that clearly likes the water and is a big fan of it. There's a barrier of blades bisecting the room that this one cast. The paladin has just flown over the top of this barrier of blades and started whacking at it, and nothing seems to affect him. It's really bugging me.
We're all breathing water, which is how we're able to move quite freely.
Yeah, exactly. They're all underwater. And the wizard Brina is a bit further back and is firing off spells. Peanut, my love, what were you doing before you got teleported into this horrifying situation?
I was making a sandwich.
Oh, God.
Peanut doesn't deserve this.
What kind of sandwich, Peanut?
Ham sandwich.
A ham sandwich. Mm-hmm. Did it look good?
Lettuce, lemon, tomato.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, did it look good? Looking forward to eating it.
Is it soggy now?
I don't think it's with you, babe. As you start putting the rest of the pieces of the sandwich together, suddenly you have the teleportation energy that you know surround you, and you appear underwater in a large waterlogged room, completely underwater, with a horrible-looking monster attacking your friends, and you can't breathe water at the moment.
Do I see her?
Yes.
Can I go?
Luckily, she has a potion of water breathing on her, so that problem is dealt with very quickly. Right, we re-enter the combat situation. Excellent. Everyone needs to make a wisdom saving throw, please. You're both not close enough to be affected by his. Neither are you.
Oh.
So just roll the wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Oh wait, so we don't get the +2.
No, no, +2 to you two.
Oh, okay.
It's only in 10 feet.
Wait, is this thing casting a spell? Can I recognise it's casting a spell?
This thing isn't doing anything. It's the room around you.
It's the lair.
Correct.
Tell
What did
me
you roll?
the thing's casting a spell.
9, good start.
Wisdom, right?
15.
15?
26.
26.
12.
12. Everyone below a 14
No!
takes 9 points of psychic damage as the water around you fizzes with brain energy and burns into you. It's a good start.
I'm
Excellent.
already one healing potion down as well. I've only got one left. Like,
Correct.
So
Peanut.
Do we have our own healing potions from the ship?
Yes, you have 2 that you would have been given at the beginning of this adventure this morning. Have you used any yet?
No, I didn't know I had.
Well, there you go. You've now got 2 healing potions.
superior.
Superior. Peanut, it is your turn. What would you like to do? You've just been affected by this energy. You're breathing water, but it's pretty murky and horrible, and this thing's right in front of you. What would you like to do?
Shoot at it with my short bow.
With your short bow?
Underwater with second. That's not a good idea. Terrible idea. But I'm a rogue. I don't have much else I can do.
That's the first range.
A ranged weapon attack automatically misses a target beyond the weapon's normal range. Are you within 30 feet of it?
Up to you.
I think you are now. Make
Okay.
your attack roll.
Okay. Is it disadvantaged?
No.
No, it's
Oh.
just a normal roll.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not terrible. It's a 27.
27, you definitely hit it. You're not hiding though, so just make a
No.
normal short bow damage roll, please.
Does she
There's not really anywhere to hide in this
Does
ring.
she get sneak attack because I'm next to her? As a rogue.
With the short bow, I don't think so.
Yeah, she does. You do get
Oh,
sneak
I
attack
do?
damage.
Oh,
Make that roll.
Yes.
That's like,
I'm
Merc
right
it.
in front of it. He's going, look at me.
give me like an hour down.
Sure.
She feels more
want some more
angry that
D6?
it can't affect you
yeah,
with
sure.
anything.
Yeah, yeah.
I also need them, but we'll
I'm
share
gonna
them.
use it.
7, right? 7d6 for sneak attack.
7d6
Yeah.
for a sneak attack at this level.
So
Yeah.
you roll 2, you need to roll 5 more. That's roll.
Math is fun.
A big part of this game at this level is how many dice you roll. In her case, a lot.
No, 2 more. Ah.
It's not very good. It's really bad, actually.
It wasn't the
Oh
worst.
no, that's terrible. I'm so sad.
3.
23 points of damage. The arrow comes lancing out. It's underwater, so it feels a bit weird to you, but you
Did
do
you roll
manage to
4?
just about
Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
you did.
fire it off. What was it? 23.
23.
And the arrow sinks truly into the creature's flank. That's 30. Yes. Good. Right. So, the arrow has hit. It has affected it. It is not happy still. Brina, what would you like to do?
I'm going to carry on with the necrotic because it's. I can shape my spells. Will this work underwater?
I have no idea. I don't know what you want to do. Yeah.
Will ice storm work underwater?
He's going to freeze the whole thing.
I mean,
No,
you're
no,
welcome
it's
to
not
cast
ice
Ice Storm underwater while I quickly Google what that does.
It's a hail of rock hard ice pounds into the ground in a 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder, centered on a point within range, which is 300 feet. Each creature in the cylinder must make a dex saving throw, 2d8 bludgeoning, 4d6 cold. On a fail save or half as much on a real one, hailstones turn the storm's area of effect into difficult terrain until the end of your next turn.
Yeah, we can do that if you want to do it.
I'm going to cast that then. That seems like a good
And you're
thing.
sculpting it around your.
Sculpting it around my compatriot.
I mean, he's nowhere near, but you're very close to it.
Yeah,
so-
but I can sculpt it around the 3 of them, so I'm just going to sculpt it around the 3
How's
of
this
them.
going to work underwater? Well,
don't know.
it is effectively hail. What you're doing is creating hail underwater.
It rains underwater.
No, it doesn't. So.
It actually does. I can show you the thing later. But
Really? Cool.
yeah.
That's not how this works, though. So you are still affecting it with the cold damage, but the bludgeoning damage has no effect.
That's fair. That is very
So
fair.
4d6 cold damage.
Yeah.
Absolutely make it.
11. Not great. 13.
13 cold. It's definitely getting a bit colder, and the water's starting to crystallize a little bit, so it is now difficult terrain. See how we do that.
I've got freedom.
Very nice. I like that a lot.
I like the idea you're going to freeze all this water around me. I won't be in a frozen thing, but I'll be surrounded by ice.
Correct. I mean, it won't
It's
work.
harder to hit you.
It's not ever going to freeze solid because it's just difficult terrain, but the water is very definitely. You guys have freedom of movement, so it doesn't matter, but it is now going to struggle to move as much as it was, which is a crying shame.
Not for us.
Right.
Only for till the end of my next turn as well.
Okay.
That's fine.
At this point, from the tunnel behind you, swim 3 of the lobstery creatures you've been fighting beforehand. They all pop out of the tunnel and start making their way towards all of you. But the closest one is Liabilitas. Excellent.
It's not good.
20? So it hits. That does not. And one more. You're affected by 2 of the pincer attacks. They get 2 each as they flail out at you. One gets through with one gets through with the other. And you take... D6, sorry.
Where are you? You have none.
Right there.
Aha! You take 7 points of damage from the first. And... 6 points of damage from the second, so 13 points of damage in total as these things start flocking around you and stabbing away. They are now all 3 in melee with you.
Oh, great.
Darkness, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Still in front of this thing's eyes.
Correct.
I'm gonna again pray to the mother snake that is my god, the god of the natural course of life and death. The pick is gonna get enveloped with black energy, and I'm gonna try and take a swing at one of the eyes.
Go for it.
What is wrong with me? I rolled a 1 again.
That's the second one you've rolled trying to hit it like this.
Yeah,
so
I think it can't hit me and I can't hit it. I think this is like one of those battles of the ages that just goes forever.
Oh, it's a 1, so it's worse than that. You swing down to hit it in the eye, and you manage, and it bounces off again. But this time it bounces off so hard that you actually shock the pick out of your hand. It's now floating in the water.
Why do you hate me
near
so?
you. You rolled a 1, buddy. So the pick is now out of your hand and slowly sinking towards behind it because gravity's shifted. So you can have to go and swim after it to get it.
Sure.
That's what's happened there. Liabilitas, what would you like to do?
I would like to dash towards
Hang
the
on.
next creature.
Sorry, you're a paladin. You get 2 attacks.
Can I take out another weapon to attack it with it the second time?
What's the other weapon?
So I have like Xena-style discuses shaped in an Ouroboros, and I'm going to take out one of them and just try and strike at it.
What are the stats for that?
It's a javelin, basically, but we
Awesome.
change-
You can strike physically with a javelin. That's totally fine. Go for it.
That's a lot better. That's 25.
25, that definitely hits. So do the javelin damage. You can add Divine Smite to it as well if you'd like. That's
Brilliant.
totally fine.
Okay, so yeah, seeing my pick drop to the floor, I let
No,
you
floating
can't.
in the air.
It's technically floating towards the wall at the moment because
Yeah.
gravity's been reversed slightly.
I-
Trapped from earlier.
You can't hear what I'm saying because it, all the water's around me, but it definitely, like, you can guess the swear words I'm using.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I strike in, trying to smite it with as much power as I can.
Absolutely.
30 damage as I.
30 damage. Nice. Solid hit there from our paladin as you use your javelin, Oribus, to strike in and do a lot of damage. Where are you hitting it? Hitting it near the eye, but not in the eye.
Yeah, I imagine it's moving its own eye out of the way, or I.
Yeah, you managed to swing across, but the first strike means it gets to move a little
Yeah.
bit. You're not having punctured an eye.
There's a nice scar.
Yeah, nice scar. Why not? It responds by lashing out with its tail at you. What is your AC?
20.
Just hit.
It has disadvantage to hit me because I am. I have protection from good and evil.
I see, that's correct. So I'll roll that dice again. That's higher, so it definitely hit you. That is 16 points of damage as it swipes out and hits you with its tail. That is a legendary action, so it still gets its turn in a minute.
Another swear word that emits from my mouth.
Liabilitas, what would you like to do?
Can I just ignore these guys and swim as close as I can to the Eldritch thing?
All 3 will get attacks of opportunity on you if you
That's
leave
fine.
there. Okay. You may absolutely swim 30 feet towards the Eldritch thing and out of the reach of the, they're called Chul. Chul.
Nice.
Right, so I am rolling a lot of attacks of opportunity to get 2 each. What's your armor class?
20.
1 hit, 2 hits, just 2 hits. So 2 of them slash out at you as you go past, and you take 8, 13, 15 points of damage as they grab you with a couple of pincers as you go past. So you're definitely getting walloped as you go.
Sweet.
You still have an action,
How far away is it, roughly?
about 30 feet.
I would like to try and cast Banishment on it. And try to banish it to the plane of fire.
Technically, when you banish something, you just banish it from this plane of existence.
It does say another plane.
Yeah,
Existence.
but you don't choose what that plane is. It just disappears
And
for a
then
minute.
also, if this thing's technically from another plane, it goes back to its own plane of existence.
It isn't. Right,
Okay, cool.
so it was born here. So you can absolutely banish it. It will reappear after a minute, but you're absolutely welcome to do it for
We
now.
deal with the other shit.
Not a bad idea.
Yep.
What saving throw am I rolling against?
Charisma.
Oh no.
What's your DC?
17.
Yeah, it's fine. That did nothing. This thing has very high charisma because it's a spellcasting ability. Excellent. Thank you. Good.
It was definitely worth a try.
Also, the blade barrier.
The blade barrier is also now gone. I mean, this has been a good round for you, I
Yeah,
think. I think,
100%.
you know, on the
Top
whole.
notch. Your name.
Like, genuinely.
Right. Brina, my darling, my love, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I would like to counter spell.
It's not a spell.
God damn it.
It's the room.
Is it still the room?
No. No, it's not a spell.
Oh, God damn it. Wisdom.
Yup.
9 plus something that's not particularly low, but not good at saving, probably. Plus 6 is 15.
Right, I'm going to describe this to you because it's rather hard to describe. You've been enslaved by this creature.
For God's sake.
No.
No.
You are under its control and can't take reactions. And it can communicate with you telepathically over any distance.
No.
Whenever
like
you
it.
take damage, which you guys don't know, you can repeat the saving throw. No more than once every 24 hours, you can repeat the saving throw.
So basically, I've got to take damage and hope I pass at this point.
Yeah,
That's horrible.
that is what's happened.
What could possibly go wrong?
DM laugh. Love it. Good. Right. It is now the Lair's turn.
Wait, so am I not able to act of my own accord at this point?
No, I get to choose what you do.
Ugh.
It's going to be fun.
No,
Actually, no,
it's
you
not.
can choose what you do, but you have to kill these 3. You alright with that?
No!
Cool, we'll make it happen. Cool. So at this point, the everyone needs to make. You don't. These 3 do an intelligence saving throw. Forgot about that last time. You don't either. You two. Intelligence saving throw.
I have that.
8.
8.
That's alright, that's fine.
Alright. that's
Plus 8.
26.
Yeah.
26.
Yeah.
You have proficiency in that, that's
I
good.
do.
Oh, darkness. The
I-
darkness surrounds you now. You are literally can't see a thing. You're surrounded by inky darkness in the water, and you think it's probably some kind of spell
I should
affecting your
follow.
mind. It is. For this point in time, you need to make wisdom saving throws to do anything and take damage on your turn until you save from it.
Good.
Yep, that is what has happened. And it's not, it's the lair, it's not anything else.
Yeah.
Good. It is now Peanut's turn. Peanut, what would you like to do?
Could I get sneak attack damage if I shoot it again?
He's still within 5 feet of it, but he's very clearly distracted, so no, you don't.
Okay. Is there anywhere to hide?
It's a
I'm a
big,
halfling.
I know, it's a big
It's a
rectangular
big empty-
room.
Is there anyone large enough I could hide behind them?
This is what this room looks like.
Oh, you're a
Everything else is
halfling.
water.
You can hide behind either of them. No, you can't hide. You can hide behind him, who is now swimming up next to you. You can
Yeah,
easily
it's
duck
fine.
behind him.
Okay, I want to duck behind him.
Okay. Can you make
Wait,
a
like-
make a stealth roll?
Yeah.
Third edition.
I rolled a 2, but I could make that 10, so.
So it's 21 for you.
22.
22 for you.
Yeah, it's plus 12 now.
Mm-hmm. And I rolled a 20. So I haven't seen you. So you get your sneak attack damage. Please make your sneak attack.
Take it down.
Okay, attack. I'm using short bow stats. So
Mm-hmm.
That's 18.
You definitely hit. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Not fire these again.
Do your damage. Well, I'm gonna have a look at what spells Brina can cast. Can I?
No, you can't. I'm not going to give you my passcode. I'm not going to.
It's unlocked. There it is.
Man.
No, it isn't.
I need to know what spells you can
I
cast.
work in a school. Do you really think you could press the home button twice and see into my phone? Kids try and look at my phone all the time.
Oh, look at all these spells you can
Oh,
cast.
I know. So good. So good. Does anyone have resistance to necrotic damage? Because that would be really handy right now for you guys.
Oh yeah, I know which one I'm casting.
I know which one you're casting as well. You use up all my spell points and I can't do anything.
33.
33 points of damage. Wow. Once again, this arrow lashes out and does damage, but it doesn't seem that bothered by that. It's almost like it has an ace in the hole you don't know about yet. Yeah, interesting that, isn't it? Cool. Whose turn is it? Brina, it's your turn. Interesting. I want you to cast a Finger of Death at... I'm afraid it's a Peanut. She's done the most damage.
Nat 1. Nat 1. Nat 1.
Please don't kill Peanut.
Oh, it's 20.
Oh shit!
Right. How much damage is that, babe?
That's 78
Is that a
necrotic
critical
plus
hit?
30.
Peanut's down.
No. No, it's not
78
78.
plus 30. I
have to
might
roll
roll
it.
really badly.
You have to roll
Peanut
it.
might be dead. Peanut might be dead.
Yeah.
Yay.
I'm rolling worse than I did before. Oh no, now I'm
Oh, I
not.
have evasion.
11, 14.
It's not, you're not guaranteed dead. You're probably dead, but you're not guaranteed dead.
I'm Penny Dodge, so I can't have whatever she does to me.
That was 6 rolls.
If you can see it coming.
Oh, that's fair.
I nearly swore.
And I can see. It depends on where she's.
Your
in front of
ally
me or
just
behind
cast a
me.
spell at you.
Yeah, but was she in front of me or behind me?
I think we're gonna roll for it.
Okay.
62
no,
necrotic damage.
Right, I rolled something. You roll a d20 and see who gets the high.
Not 20.
You take
But
half
it's
damage.
half of the bag, but
You
half
take,
damage.
it's fine. You take half damage. How much was it?
It was 62. So.
Okay, so I have 16 hit points right now. Is that all, or is that something else too?
No, it's 62. Halved is 31.
Yeah.
So you take 31 points
Take
of damage
31
from your ally who just cast a spell at you. That's weird. That shouldn't be
That is
happening.
weird.
Yeah.
I can't do anything
big
to
book of
tell
spells.
them that I can't help it, can I?
Nope. In the meantime, the lobster-like chew behind you, and they're still going for you because you're the first thing they saw, and they are dumb. Good. They are all three going to try and attack you. Ooh, what's your armor class?
20.
1 hit. It's critical. 2 hits. 3 hits. 7, 8, 14, 29 points of damage as they snap out at you and do damage to you, and they are very quickly ripping bits of you away. It's not looking healthy for anybody. Darkness. Make me a wisdom saving throw to take any actions whatsoever.
Someone hit me softly.
25.
Yeah, you're fine. You can tell this is an illusion around you. You can tell it's magical. You can see through the darkness. It feels kind of translucent to you now, but you know you've been affected by something that you can't shake off, but it's
Yeah.
not going to have any effect on you.
Did I see that situation happen?
Roll a d20 for me.
Peanut would have screamed if that helps.
11. Am I adding anything to 11?
No, it's just between you and me to see who wins. You do. So, yeah, you did.
That was Brina's crying. So.
No, she isn't.
Can I get over?
the
Can I
inside.
get over to our wizard?
I'd say you've got 30 feet of movement. Yeah, that's about right, yeah.
I would like to do 3 things. One of which is movement. The last one is not really a proper action, but well, it could be if you say it. I want to go over to Brina, cast protection from good and evil on her, and then slap her.
Why are you trying to slap her?
Just to get out, wake the fuck up.
Are you slapping her because you know she takes damage?
Oh,
Gets her
actually,
up
no, I
enslaved.
wouldn't know that. Can I make it some sort of
Intelligence
knowledge
check.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a slight intelligence check.
Actually, yeah. So I wouldn't probably know a lot of this. This would be 12.
It's not really high enough to know that.
Okay,
I mean,
so
it's rather specialist knowledge to know that elder gods happen to everybody to enslave you.
that's actually that's stuff I wouldn't know.
Mm.
I'm really confused. In that case, okay, so over there is a person who's casting lots of spells, but there's this giant elder god right in front of me. It would
You
make a
can
lot
still
more sense.
take actions to help her. There's nothing wrong with that, but you wouldn't know to
I
slap
wouldn't know
her.
what the fuck to do.
Correct.
So I'm going to attack
You were going to
this
cast protection from good and evil, weren't you?
I was going to,
That would
because
still make sense in the situation.
would it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
think
we're
that's
facing
fair.
an evil thing.
Yeah, I think that's
I would
fair.
need to go over to her to do that, so I'm going to do that.
So you go over to her and cast protection from good and evil.
Yeah.
What does protection from good and evil do exactly?
I've got it here if you want me to read it.
yeah.
Thank
So
Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls. Target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If I'm already charmed, I get advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect.
The important word
Charmed,
there is...
frightened, or possessed. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. The important word there is willing. Try and save against his protection from good and evil, please.
What's your DC?
15.
And what's the saving? What would the saving throw be?
It would be listed there.
It doesn't say a saving throw.
No, you're making up a saving throw.
No.
You're
It's
making
one
a-
willing creature. She's not willing. It doesn't affect her.
Sure. Okay.
She is willing.
No, she isn't.
Not at this point.
I have enslaved you. You don't know anything. Good, Darkness. You float over and try and cast protection from good and evil on Brina, but it doesn't work, which is news to me too. It's interesting. Good. You've tried to make that work. It didn't. Liabilitas.
Right, and where are they all position-wise from me?
These two are currently facing each other about 10 feet away from you. The rogue hid behind you to shoot at the thing, and it is about 10, 20 feet ahead of you in the water.
And the crawler, right?
Oh, they're all around you as well. You're also surrounded by lobster creatures that are attacking you.
Is it surrounding or just on one face?
They came to you from behind, so they could potentially be on one face, depending on what you want to do.
Cool.
Give me some insight.
I'm going to cast Blade Barrier again,
Sure.
but I'm going to use its ring instead of a straight wall.
Who are you ringing?
I'm going to try and get it so that it's capturing the
The party.
god.
Oh, you want to capture the god as well?
The god, them, and because I'm clumsy, it's going to slash at these guys too.
What?
It's a trait. He's clumsy. Sure. You cast a ring. A blade barrier appears around you. It surrounds her and him and all the others, but they're all going to have to take dexterity
No,
save.
she's right behind me. I'm assuming.
Yeah, so she's not
she
affected.
wouldn't be affected, but
Right.
these two would be.
Okay. So
Damage me, please.
hang on. You're trying to get around the damage thing.
No, no.
You
No.
are definitely trying to get around the damage thing.
But I am clumsy.
Roll a d20.
7.
Natural 20. Sod right off with you damaging my own
Damn
party.
it.
Well then he.
It'll just affect him, yeah?
Well, no, if he's casting it around, then. it's
No,
not
he was
me.
trying to get around it. Smart move, but got there too soon. You affect him though. Make a dex saving
Sorry.
throw. Darkness.
They all have to make dex saving throws as well.
18 plus
You're good.
19.
You're right. You're not
19.
affected by it.
Yeah.
Cool.
You take half
Half
damage.
damage.
It might kill me anyway, to be fair. So.
The lobster creatures all aren't affected. All take full damage, but the big one does not. Take
Okay.
half.
18, no, 19, 25, 35.
So 35 to each of the lobster monsters who back off to get out of the way. Oz, you take 17. Yeah. As does the big guy.
How's Big O looking?
Not great. Not great.
Can
He
they move
dies,
on
am I
that
free?
I don't know.
Because it
Conceivably.
says if they start the turn in the blade barrier and the first time they're in it, they would take damage.
They all move back from it. There's an effect where it pushes you when you first cast it, surely.
Counts difficult terrain. Nope, does not push them back.
Is it not?
Nope.
No, so I can take a second amount of
Check
damage.
it.
Yeah.
That's fine, 3/4 cover though.
Make a call, GM.
When a creature enters the wall's area for the first time or starts its turn there.
Oh, so that's gonna that's not happening right now.
No, it's happening on their turn, effectively.
Yeah, on their turn it'll happen.
So I'll take the damage now and just assume.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've done. Yeah, so they'll all move out of it on that turn because otherwise it would affect them twice in
Okay.
one go. That's a bit much for a, what is it, 5th level spell? Oh, 6, yeah. Sounds about right. Cool. Okay, the monster in front of you looks at all of this. It's got another blade barrier to contend with and all of you guys. And it turns around and swims back out of the back of the room. There is a hole in the back of the room and it is going through there. It has dashed on its action, so it
Oh,
has
that
made its...
vault door thing.
Yeah, there's the vault door. So it's gone back in through the vault door that it went through at the it came out of at the beginning. So it is running away. because it knows it doesn't need to be there. At which point it is now Peanut's turn. Peanut, what would you like to do?
Okay, how far away is the creature now?
It's gone through it.
It's 90 feet away from you.
It's a pretty small portal, I'm guessing, so probably can't.
You could fit through that because it's
I
only...
could fit through, but could I shoot through it?
You can't shoot 90 feet underwater.
Okay,
You can
yeah.
shoot 30 feet underwater. You can
okay.
dash to get close enough to hit it
Can I
next
make
time if it
an
doesn't move.
intelligence check to see if I know that Brianna shouldn't be hitting me?
You know she shouldn't be hitting you. It's to see whether you know what's
To see if I
happening to her.
know what's happening to her. Although I feel like Peanut would get angry and want to hit her anyway, but not necessarily right away.
That's the thing. It's the right away, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Please don't kill me.
I rolled it's 8 plus 15.
Something's affecting her mind. You don't know what or how to fix it, but you don't want to be near her right now. That's as smart as you
Okay.
can be at this point.
Yeah, if you all want to swim through that door away from me, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm
You can also swim.
How far away is it?
90 feet
90
away.
feet. Okay, so if I use my cunning action to do you do what would it be 25 feet plus dashing on an action, so 50 feet.
You can get
Cunning action would
you
be
can
100?
get 50 feet. It'd be 75. You can get
Oh, okay.
50 feet ahead and still take an action, but it's still too far away from you to hit with your bow. If you went the entire distance and used all your action to move, you could get close enough to it to hit it on your next turn if it didn't move, which it probably will.
Well, I think a blade barrier too, isn't there somewhere in there?
Yeah.
You can go
You're
around
not
it.
touched
It's a
by it,
it's a column.
Okay.
It's more to affect the things there. It's still whirling there, but you can easily go over it. Wouldn't require any extra
I'm
speed.
gonna go through the door if I can.
Okay.
Or
You get as close as you can, so you move
through the door. At
You
least.
move 75 feet towards it, and you're still about 15 feet away from it at this point, but you are definitely swimming towards the Elder God and away
So-
from your friend who tried to hurt
And
you.
I could I have shot at 50 feet?
No.
No. Okay.
40.
Okay.
Not right. Cool. Peanut makes a run for it. Brina, how many spell points do you have left?
Would the creature know?
Interesting. Yes, it's enslaved you and can contact you telepathically. The creature would know.
42.
42 spell points. 42 spell points.
No, I have 2 spell points left. You can do a chromatic orb.
No,
Enjoy.
no, we're fingering of death again because spell points. I'd like you to finger of death, darkness.
I'm right in front.
Yeah, darkness. Your finger of death in darkness.
Is he on the other side of the blade barrier?
He's interesting. He was affected by the blade barrier, but you had specifically said it cut him off around the edge, so he's still inside the blade barrier. He's moved forward a bit, so the three of you are inside it.
Okay, so she's on the other side.
No, you were all inside. It didn't affect her. You made a blade barrier that surrounded everyone, that pushed the things behind you away. You said it caught them. It didn't catch her, it caught him,
Okay.
because you climbed it.
Right. So he's in it.
He's in it.
Would he still get
That's
3
not what
points
finger of
for it?
death
No,
is.
he's inside it.
Oh, good.
Cool.
Constitution saving throw.
You were a 20 and you fell off the 20.
Oh no, what did it fall to?
12. I'm going to fall over.
It's worse than that. You know what happens to the end of Finger of Death?
Do you just die if you go down to 0 hit points?
Oh, it's worse than that.
Disintegrate?
No, it's worse than that.
Does my soul disappear?
No.
Okay, we'll see, because that's what's going to happen.
19, 21, 29.
Check the spell so I know exactly what happened.
6. You don't need to laugh.
Oh, it's just so good. I'm so happy right now.
Can we please prepare a new character sheet for me?
No, oh no, you don't need to.
Oh no.
That's 64 necrotic.
Oh!
He's not dead.
Why?
I had 26.
We get
Left.
26.
I had 26 hit points left.
Shit.
I'm on 0.
Darkness, I'm afraid you're not on 0.
Oh shit.
Tell me more.
It's so bad.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
You, sir, are dead. And we'll see
You're
what
not
happens.
just dead.
Are we, it's a necrotic spell, isn't it? So there's some sort of undeath.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
undeath, baby. But for now, you don't have
So sorry.
you don't have a turn, and you are dead. Aces.
So
He raises
my
at-
god is
he
even.
rises at the next. His next
Her
turn.
next turn.
Yeah,
This
my
is, your
my
god
god is.
your god is not
Yeah,
happy
it's
about
natural
what's about
course
to happen.
of.
Yeah, it's why it's so bad. He's a god of his god is the god of natural death.
So,
It's almost like you couldn't have planned it, Oz.
so just a little bit of backstory. Darkness Evil Vial was born to Baron von Evil and Countess Vial, who loved each other so much that they double-barreled their surname, of course. And he grew up with such a respect for death because he grew up in the family home, Castle Evil, of course, and next to the Tomb of Evil and the Vile Necropolis, and so much respect for death. And look what's happened. Look what's happened.
Oh man. Oh jeez. It's happened.
Many other D20s. You have many other D20s at all.
We have one right there.
You need to burn it.
Thank you, sir. A member of the audience has pointed out that D20 needs to go into the worst kind of dice jail. Dice Oblivion, maybe. I think that's, or save it and put it in a necklace and never forget. That's
Oh, yeah,
also a
never
choice.
No, I'll go home, smash it, put it in a little jar, and then when other dice are being bad, I'll just be like, look what happens.
Someone does that. Who does that? Someone does
I
that.
don't know.
Yeah.
It's either that or you've got to take it, find somebody and feign rub it on somebody.
Or feign rub it on someone.
Or somebody like that.
Or just go find Will Wheaton. He needs more luck in his life.
If I go up to the Pope and say, yes, someone did an unholy spell on me, yeah.
Yeah, no one touch that dice. Cursed now. Done forever.
Sorry, if we carry on this banter for 15 minutes, everyone, then Oz gets another 15 minutes of his character.
Liability, yes. Liabilitas. It is your turn. Your friend next to you has been shot and he's dead.
I'm going to swim over to him and cast Revivify.
Yes, that works because it doesn't take effect until my next turn.
It's very true.
No.
Do I instantly die?
Ooh, interesting. We're going to have to roll off. There's no call on this. No, haven't been thought of.
Come on.
I would use a different dice.
Hang on, does it say that I die when that...
Oh, shit.
It says at the start of my next turn.
So
That's what it says.
Which hasn't happened
I
yet.
think we need to roll off. It's a hairline one.
What did you get?
What did you get?
I got a 9.
Oh, I got a 15. Prove it. Go on. Not
No,
lying.
it's fine.
No, it's actually a natural 1. No, it's a 15.
So his body just slowly floats. Well, no, slowly sinks in the plate armor down to the bottom.
Oh, you had freedom of movement on.
Yeah.
No, you're still
No, you're
floating
just
there.
saying just floating.
Oh, okay.
Oh, on the plus side, you are now the mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, this is true.
So that's pretty cool. You know.
Game of Thrones reference.
I know. Yeah.
What happens?
It's pretty good, guys. You should watch it.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I
you.
Yeah.
Your Revivify spell, I'm afraid you cast the spell points. That made us do the roll off, but
Yeah.
it has no effect. Yeah.
Thank you for this happy time.
It's a fun game.
Promise.
You.
Sorry.
Someone just shouted TPK.
To be fair, that
At
is the
which
name
point
of the
is there
production
any
company.
other thing I could do?
No, you've used. You can move. Maybe do something about this one. She's now shot at the halfling and nearly killed it, and has definitely killed him.
Look, at this point in the campaign, I'm the longest running character. If you have to kill me, fine, go for it. I'll be
I think
sad.
at this point, you've got movement, but you've taken your action.
Can I swim
Your
over?
blade barrier is still up.
Push me into it.
What position am I on the blade barrier? Just so I can look.
You're next to it. He was being affected by it and swam back a bit, so the
You're
two
right
of
next
you.
to her as well.
But height-wise, where am I on the blade barrier itself?
It's 100 foot long, so curved around like that. It's about 20 foot high, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's see you're floating somewhere in the middle of it, and so is she.
I could swim over to the back of her.
To the back of her.
Yeah.
You could definitely swim out of the blade barrier and away, absolutely.
Up and over.
Up and over.
around the back of her,
On the opposite, so towards where the god is, not where the lobster creatures are.
where she is.
You
She's
mean
in
on
the
the
blade
opposite
barrier.
side of the
She's
blade
inside
barrier?
the. You
She's
made
like
a
5
circle.
foot away from
You
you.
made a circle. She's inside the blade barrier with you.
Oh, okay. In which case, can I swim behind her and kick her into the blade barrier? Because she's causing a whole lot of
You
problems.
can't make a shove attack because you've already had your action. You could just literally move into her and push her.
I will push her and me into the blade barrier.
Oh, good.
Drama.
If I pass the saving, if I don't die and pass the saving throw, this is gonna be really great. Like,
Strength saving throw, Brina.
I don't know. I've lost my -1. 8.
You run into her. I'd say because you're just literally running into her and moving her that way, you can move her into the blade barrier, but you will still have to do a dex saving throw not to be affected by it yourself.
I'm fine.
Would you roll?
Maybe not. Nope, I am not fine.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 16 minus 1, so that's
15.
It's for your own blade barrier. Roll for the damage. You take half, you take full.
Don't roll much. Roll like all ones.
Nope.
Aw.
10, 20, 30.
That's fine. That's fine.
Brina, you take 30 points of damage from the blade barrier. As you are pushed through it, you take 15. You now get to make a saving throw.
Okay.
A wisdom saving throw. Brina.
Oh my god, 23.
You're fine. The creature's presence, just when it's been a voice in your head telling you what to do, as if through a microphone, has now stopped. You can't hear it anymore, and you suddenly realise what you've done.
She bursts into tears.
You're underwater. No one can see.
You're inside a blade barrier.
You're also inside a blade barrier, so it probably really hurts as well. Right.
Can I move out of the blade barrier, or have I got to wait
You've
till
got
it's
pushed
done?
through it.
Okay, cool. So I'm on the other side of it now.
Yeah, you got pushed through
Sweet.
Okay.
And you managed to swim back and only be half affected by it. It's fine.
I can't do anything about you. Although, what does that
Yeah,
mean?
I know. It's amazing. We're going to
are
get
you in
to
control
it.
of me?
Don't tell him. We're going to get to
This
it.
is the worst and best thing ever.
Awesome. Love this game. Right. The aboleth keeps swimming away. You see it just go past you through this room. It is definitely trying to get away. It's taken a lot of damage. It is, its job is done, I think. Yeah, it is making
God.
its merry
wanna
way
kill it,
away. I'm sure you do, yeah. And it is your turn. What would you like to do?
How far away is it right now?
It's just taken another dash action. It's 120 feet away from you. You can't get close enough to hit it.
Close enough to hit it.
Because you are slower than it, because you are a halfling. You can keep following it. It's just going in. The other side of this room is much the same as this side of this room. There is the rectangular room continues beyond this wall, so it's a almost perfect half and half. And there is another hatch in the far wall that it's going
And
towards.
short bows are what?
30 feet of range underwater. You can keep following it.
Yeah, I can, but I'm just gonna roll it from the side. Yeah, she's gonna keep following. She's not being very smart right now.
Cool. It is stopped by the wall because there's another hatch there.
Is it closed?
It's closed. It has stopped there. So you managed to get close up to it, but it has stopped moving.
Okay, so how far away from now?
You are now within 25 feet of it because that's your entire
Okay.
movement. But
I
neither,
can't
both of you,
shoot 'cause I used up
yeah,
my
you've both
turn.
used your entire turn. So that's the end of that bit for now.
I'm gonna
Oh,
bubble.
look, it's Brina's turn. Brina, would you like to describe what happens now, please?
So as Brina's sobbing, she realises what she knows about this spell. Because as a magical researcher, she would never take a spell without knowing the full realm of its effects. And Darkness is back, but not as he was. He is now a zombie. And because my enslavement is over, under my command, I would. Do you want to?
I'll happily keep playing as.
Do you want to play this zombie?
Yeah.
I'm going to rule, because it's just too much fun not to. You have none of your paladin abilities,
Yeah.
but you retain your strength, dexterity, constitution, and you can attack as you normally would without the divine smiting, obviously.
That is hilarious fun.
And you have to do what she tells you to do. Have to.
Can I have a wee bit of a boost to strength?
Interesting. Can we decide in about 5 minutes and we have a
Absolutely,
break?
yeah.
This is entirely new territory, so we have
Yes,
to play
sure.
around with it a bit. But just being a bog standard zombie now for darkness makes no sense. Darkness.
So she's gonna compose herself. She's gonna. So how are we doing the verbal? Are we gonna decide how we do the verbal commands after in the break?
Yeah, for now, just verbally command him.
Okay, so I hate everything. I hate everything. I'm gonna pop a healing potion. Let's start there.
Cool. There are 3 of these lobster creatures on the other side of the blade barrier that he created, just trying to see what to do.
Okay.
They've not seen inside the blade barrier yet. They've seen their boss swim away.
Okay. Well, I've got a zombie.
He acts on his initiative order, but you can tell him what to do.
Yeah, I'm going to tell him to go after the lobster things.
Okay. And what are you going to do?
And then, can I swim past them without incurring a...
Oh, you can keep... Which way do you want to go? Do you want to go towards the aboleth? It's an aboleth. Do you want to go...
Yes, I do want to go towards the aboleth.
Cool, you
Will
take...
that provoke an attack of opportunity?
No.
Okay.
So you take your full action to swim through the hatch, and you see Peanut facing off against it quite a long way away. This is a very long rectangular room, but she's definitely facing off with it.
Okay, cool. I'm
on
going
the
to heal
far
myself.
side, and you're going to heal yourself. Cool,
Yeah.
you do that. Meanwhile,
Oh my god.
where are you at this point?
On the
Oh, you've just pushed her in, and you're inside the blade barrier. Make a perception roll for me.
oh shit.
15. Through your blade barrier. It's quite hard to see, but you can just see it. One of the lobsters turns around and starts beelining towards the pattern on the wall that created the gravity effect. It starts going towards it. The other two come over and try and attack you. Was it 20?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that hits.
Oh shit.
That does not. That was a critical success, so I'm going to roll the damage on that now. 11 plus 4. 15 points of damage to you as it slams down and... Ooh, how bad is it?
3.
Okay, you have 3 hit points. And the two of them keep striking at you inside this blade barrier that you created that is still there because you've not stopped concentrating on it yet. So it is still kept in place. You're fighting off 2 lobsters in there, while one uses its entire dash action to get almost all the way to the design on the far side of the room. Darkness. Darkness. What did she tell you to do? Lobster!
So yeah, I just go straight for one of them and 2 attacks, I assume.
Which one are you going for?
Is there one that's been hurt at all?
You're inside the barrier. They've all taken 35 points of damage from the blade barrier. You are inside the barrier. You can see these 2 attacking him. You are welcome to strike.
I'm going to strike it.
You still get your 2 attacks.
Yep. I'm learning how to be a zombie. That's my excuse for rolling a 1. 7 plus 10, 17, 18, 19.
19, that hits.
Sorry, 17.
17 also hits.
Okay. I get a total of 11 damage.
11 damage. The one you smack falls back and is gone. You took one out.
Nice.
I'd like to say, how do you do this, but
I've
you
got,
don't.
I was holding onto that discus thing
Yep.
before and it's like my hand is just, it won't let go.
And you kill it.
Nice.
You have no emotional reaction to that whatsoever
No.
because you are dead.
No.
Undead.
Yeah. Potato.
Actually, I think you'll find that I'm undead.
Liabilitas, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
It's right next to me, isn't it?
There are 2 next. There's 1 left. 1 left next to you. Yes.
I'm going. How far away is the one next to the wall?
The corpse is next to the wall. The wall is about 10 feet from you at all times. You can.
The thing. The other
Oh,
one swimming towards the pattern.
you saw it go. It is very close now.
How far away is it from me?
Oh, underwater about 35 feet.
Could I please try and banish it?
Sure, of course, can.
Yeah. It's probably something.
What's the saving throw? Sorry, blanked.
Is a charisma?
7.
It's gone.
The lobster creature disappears. The one next to you is still there,
And
Mr.
blade barrier's gone.
And blade barrier's gone. Concentration has gone down. How many hit points have you got? 3.
You have a healing potion.
Yeah, as a bonus action, you can. Cool. Roll for that while I describe
is
the
that?
scene that we are
8d4
ending
plus
on,
8.
because we are about to end this hour and it's going to be glorious. Peanut,
I'm gonna check healing potion real quick. I rolled for it already. Is that cool?
it's not your turn.
Oh, it's not. Never mind.
The creature, realizing the door is closed and isn't opening, and it was expecting it to open because it has enslaved all these creatures, turns back at you and just swims straight for you. What is your armor class?
17.
17. Oh.
That seems fine.
It flails out with 1 tentacle and misses you, but the other hits.
It's not fine.
Gets 3. No, it flails out with 2. Only one of them manages to affect you. You can see it coming. You can evade. You can see it coming, so you can do uncanny dodge. Yeah. It's not really the damage I'm after here, I'm afraid. Oh. Double sixes. Lovely. You take 17 points of damage as it flashes out at you.
Not half yet.
Oh, you can half it, yeah. So, 8. Thank you. Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh no.
Bad feeling about this.
Me too.
Yeah, totally.
Let's all go home.
Wait, as a zombie, is he not immune to diseases now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was before anyway.
Yeah.
15. You feel like a disease is affecting you. You're not quite sure what, but you definitely feel like this hit has done more to you than just hit you and may have some rather unfortunate long-term repercussions.
Okay.
Is there anything you'd like to say? And on that, we will complete this hour of Adventurers Wanted. Thank you very much, guys. I'll hand over to our SM Chloe, who will see us out while I have a sit down. Oh.
Thank you for joining us for this hour. We're doing this from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. every day at the Fringe, apart from the 24th and 25th. We're also live streaming the whole thing on twitch.tv/Adventurers Wanted, and we're live tweeting it on @Adventures250. You're more than welcome to come back, see where the adventure goes. You can also buy player tickets and get involved yourself. Hopefully, it won't go quite as bad as this did. I'm just going to throw some of the guys behind the tables now who have various things to plug. Do you want to go first, Oz?
Hi, my name is Oz Mills, and I run a Twitch stream that's focused on role-playing. It can be found at twitch.tv/OzMills. The videos are archived and edited at youtube.com/OzMills, and you can see updates on twitter.com/OzMills. There is a business card there that you can all pick up if you would like, that has all that information on it so you don't have to remember it. And the aim of the stream is to increase the visibility and voice of minorities and women in the role-playing thing online.
Which is well worth doing and something well worth applauding.
Yeah. Could I very quickly plug my friends? Speaking of women, Katie and Jay are, well...
Feminism ahoy.
Wow, that was a tone that we're going to talk about, right? Okay.
Speaking of women, yeah.
My friends Katie and Jay are running an excellent show called The Next Best Thing, How to Be Good at Everything, where they teach you how to be literally good at everything. It's on at the Pleasance Courtyard, venue 33, at 4:45 every single day. It's an hour long. It's really good. I have seen it like 3 times and it still has me cracking up. Nice. Really do recommend.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you so much for joining us. We've now got a quick turnaround, but one final thanks to our GM and the players.
Getting a hug, buddy.